Hello everyone, welcome to this new video. Today we are here for EML, EML the team event on PC. I'm not sure what round this is, I think this was round 2 at the time. This race is from a few weeks ago, so yeah, that's why I'm not sure of which round we are in. We're in qualifying, final few runs, so we're actually going to stay on board for the final 2 runs at it. It was a full wet session. As you can see, we're still on the full wet tires here, no switch to intermediate. But the track has been drying up bit by bit. But for these last few runs, I think the track stayed quite similar throughout. So yeah, so now going to Luffield. We are 4.5 tenths up, almost 5 tenths coming out of this corner. Not using the exit curb to help us get better traction. So we are now almost 6 tenths up, going into Cops corner, one of the trickiest corners to nail in the wet, 6th gear. Do that quite nicely, almost 7 tenths up. Um, Now heading into the SS of Maggots, Beckett and Chapel, into the left, 5th gear, staying in 5th for this right-hander. And on the exit, getting a little bit of a snap, but yeah, that did cost us some time. But luckily, we know that there's going to be another run after this, and there is still a lot of time to find. As you would have seen on this lap. Now rounding off the final sector. Obviously, want to get as good of a lap as possible so we miss the apex, but we also want to line up the next lap. So it's crucial that we're not going to make a mistake coming out of this final corner. And yeah, that is exactly what we do. So we're on the back foot from the start of our second lap. 2 tenths down pretty much. Let's go really wide. We do gain something back. Now breaking into turn 3. Yeah, it looked like we did alright, but yeah, we just fully missed the apex. Then trying to recover from that into turn 4, we absolutely butchered the first sector, which means we are pretty much we are actually 4.5 tenths down pretty much. So if we want to improve on this lap, we're gonna need to send it. So we're gaining a little bit of time back as Lars Butterman has gone into P2, Okiano in P1, which is my teammate. So obviously happy with that, considering it's a team event. But we've won about a tenth going through that section of corners, so that's really nice. Now into Cops corner. Um, yeah, you could just hear we have to lift off, and we just didn't really nail it. So yeah, Cops has been pretty poor together with our first sector. Was yeah, not ideal on this lap. Um, Doing the S's quite nicely, coming out of Magus Beckett and Chapel. We don't get the snap of oversteer, so you can see how much time it gains us, and we're actually purple in the middle sector. Not sure how accurate this was, but I think we can still improve here. It's now 50-meter board, brake, hitting the apex nicely, 6th gear, keeping the car stable on the exit. So we've done a really good final sector so far. So we do hit the apex now. Also final corner, we do that good enough, and we know that there's going to be some time here to gain. And yeah, we do improve by 200, which is not ideal. After first sector, yeah, we're gonna have to be happy with that. There are the results.
Connectically now
Lars P2, Okiano P1,
eerste
and
rondes
one
race
of the
paces
FFC
gewoon niet
guys
naar je
in
hebt gegooid.
P3. We're starting P7, so not ideal, but yeah, we know why. Pace was there. So we're now gonna go into the race as it's 5 red lights, and away they go finally. We get a pretty decent start, a lot better than the cars behind us actually. Liam Stevens getting a red start, Schumacher going down the inside of him. As here they make a bit of contact and Schumacher goes wide, and yeah, I just have to back out of that move, and that's
Buitenkant.
gonna cost us a few positions here. So we'll see Rookie getting past us, but we still have dirt or grass on our tires. The FVR
Is niet
guy Kuba in the McLaren gets past us as well. Now side by side with Joris from NLI. P11 there for a brief moment, but yeah, we just can't really make the move stick here because yeah, Kuba ahead of us just kind of boxed us in. So now we're gonna try to go around the outside here. If we don't make it work, so we're gonna use our battery, a little bit of contact there, no harm done. And yeah, here I'll look for the inside. I actually could have gone for a move because he did leave some space, to be fair. As here,
Hij doet
Stefano
alleen
just
maar.
decides to fully go off track and
En toen.
go side by side. But yeah, we stay ahead and he will stay behind
Maar ja,
us,
het heeft de
but
tijd
not for
gekregen
long
soms.
because he spun the car,
Stefano eraf.
so
Ik
that's
denk.
great. Um, yeah, now Lars behind us from Shizu, as Joris is going for a move on Kuba.
Ja, finishing.
See if
Oh, goed,
he
maar
will
goed
be
met
able
de
to make it stick.
Aan de buitenkant.
He is ahead going into the chicane as
Oeh,
Kuba
leuk.
just gonna moves on the braking there. So I keep hitting him.
Ja.
But yeah, wasn't sure
niks
what to
van
do
het,
here to stop going for the move. But yeah, he moved on the braking. That's pretty much why I hit him. So decided to go for the move anyway. As here, going into turn one, it's just way too risky.
Neem je tijd met maken van
But here we get another opportunity into P3.
Echt
But yeah, he
in
just
pas op, hoor.
shuts the door, which I guess is fair enough. He was ahead, so was able to do it, but yeah, was very aggressive. But nothing wrong with some aggressive racing.
No.
So yeah, we're just now gonna try to settle in and eventually get past Cuba. I know my race pace was really good at this track,
Ja, Rietje had je heel
so
veel
I knew there
EMS,
were
hoor.
gonna be opportunities to overtake later on in this race.
Een beetje op de exit zie je.
And I think we're gonna put Kuba under some pressure here.
Loopt het, hè. Loopt het.
Going through Cops corner, we're only 2 tenths behind him. Go down to 6th gear actually, as he just absolutely
Gaat er echt maar niks van.
messes up the chicane or the Cops corner. So
Belangrijk
yeah, we're
is
even
nu
closer
niet
now.
agressief zijn.
Going through Maggots, Beckett, and Chapel. 5th gear, coming out of it. So we use our battery, and it's interesting to see, are we gonna get past here? And yeah, we are just gonna send it here. Just fully sending it, pushing him a little bit wide, but it's allowed. As long as you have the inside in this league, you're pretty much allowed to shove the other guy off the track, which is not really how you want to be racing, of course. But yeah, in this case, we did overtake him and push him a little bit wide, but I don't think it was that bad or anything. So now we're behind Brookie. He has 3 seconds already. So and he was struggling a lot. So I knew I was gonna go for a move soon. Using a little bit of ERS here, we're around 3 tenths behind. So we now head into Brooklyn. Missed the apex, so we're gonna be even closer. And left field, we take a bit of wider line to line him up. And on the exit here, we're gonna be even closer. It's 2.5 tenths now. He's using the battery, we're not, so he's getting a little bit. Through cops, not really nailing it, but we're still close enough to go for a move here. After Megas Beckett, most likely we will be close enough. So here we're lining up the exit. 5th gear on the ERS. As we still have 80% battery, and yeah, he's not really gonna fight it. This is really gonna help our race out, as we now have another NLR car ahead of us, I should say, which is yours. We obviously want to get past him as soon as possible as well. But it's gonna be interesting to see how much pace we have compared to these guys ahead. Still 30.5 on that lap on hards, which does show that the pace is really strong. Yeah, well, it's actually not that special. Never mind. Just forget what I said. But now we're behind Cameron. Gonna put a little bit of pressure on him. He already has 5 seconds, which is probably for an illegal overtake. But you never know whether he will be able to remove it. But in this case, he will have to serve it in the pit lane. So we will eventually overtake him anyway. But he was really struggling to keep up with the cars ahead. As you can see, he's flashing. So that means we have a lot more pace, we have a lot more battery, and this should be a pretty easy move. Just using the battery. I don't think he's gonna fight it. No, he's not. So we just go down the inside. Yeah, let's go. And yours ahead of him is also flashing, so already also struggling to keep up. So a lot of people are pitting now. Schumacher in, and Thompson as well, who pitted, who we just overtook pitted. So yeah, we're going for for a bit of overcut. It's usually a good strategy
Wel
around
door, hoor. Oh, misschien niet
Silverstone.
zeker.
So yeah, we're gonna try to make it work. Here again, knowing that our pace was quite a lot better than
P3 is lost
a lot of these cars ahead. You can see that with the amount of ERS we have compared to
Ja,
them.
dat komt omdat wij 4 en P5
We are
goed
just
zijn.
pretty clear of quite a few of these guys which are still ahead. But yeah,
Ja,
that's what happens after poor quali
net
and
niet. 1 minute 2.
really bad start. Not a bad start, but an
P2,
incident at
5
the start
seconden
which
gereden.
cost you a lot of track position. So yeah, we're still trying to make this overcut work. We want to
Ik denk
be
dat hij een beetje gaat en
overtaking
dan
Joris
kan het
soon,
tijd om vol te pushen.
but we're not gonna use TRS yet.
Wel een beetje hier
I wasn't gonna box on this lap. You can see Joris is using a lot. He's trying to get into the DRS of Victor, but we're still saving, using a little bit, pushing a little bit, but not using all of our battery because we want to stay out for another lap so we get even fresher tires
2% ERS,
towards the end of the race, which is gonna benefit us quite a lot. At this track, it's not that big of an advantage as at some other tracks, but it's still a bit of an advantage, of course. And yeah, you want to get every advantage possible. So Victor Santana gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. We're now gonna use a bit of our battery to get close to yours, because you want to be overtaking him this lap going into the pit lane. We know that he's gonna pit as well, because yeah, there's no point for him in staying out. We have a lot more battery, he's still flashing, so it should be a pretty easy move. Not going for it on this first part of the straight, or this first straight of this lap. Not using our battery. Yeah, he's still flashing, so that does mean that he's like probably around 5% using everything on the exit. So yeah, we're gonna breeze past him most likely coming onto this hangar straight. Through Cops Corner now, getting pretty close, 2.5 tenths. As the MFD says, we will get out in P5, but that's not always accurate, so we'll see where we get out. So now, on the exit, gonna use all of our battery to get past yours, because we want to be pitting this lap, and he's gonna pit as well, so you just want to be out of him, coming out in the DRS trains. So we're gonna breeze past him, pretty easy move. So now we're gonna box, and something is gonna happen here, because we don't get the car slowed down in time and get a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Really stupid mistake. The last time I've done this before this race was like, I think last year's game, like more than a year ago. So yeah, very rare mistake, to be honest. I was very disappointed with myself, especially at Silverstone, where the gaps are so close always. Everyone in their train, this is gonna cost us massively. So yeah, I was a bit, not a bit, I was extremely annoyed with myself to make such a silly error and get 5 seconds in the pit lane, which just wasn't necessary at all. Especially because we knew that the pace was really good, so there was still a chance to fight for a podium, and you never know what can happen up front. Could turn into a win. You never know. So yeah, I was really gutted here, this point in the race, because I knew how much it was going to cost me in the end. But we'll see at the end. We're going to push as hard as possible, of course, to stay ahead of as many people as possible. So yeah, that's what we're trying to do now. Luckily, Victor also had 5 seconds, so as long as we get past him on track, he won't finish ahead of us, as long as we don't get any other penalties, obviously. So yeah, now Grand Prix past him, using a little bit of ERS, so we're clear going into braking zone, which we are. Now we want to be pushing to the train ahead, because they are the leading train, and we want to get past as many people as possible, of course, so we can get them and get the 5-second gap we need to them. So now heading on to lap 18, you can see there's 2 AlphaTauri. Well, it's 1 actually. I think the other is a bit further ahead. But yeah, the TTL guys were holding up everyone, trying to I don't know what they were trying to do, to be honest. They're just fighting everyone, um, making everyone's life a lot more difficult than needed. Um, so now we're gonna wait for this straight and use our battery. I'm not sure if he was flashing. No, just gonna use our battery. He's using everything as well. He's lagging a bit. It looks like. But yeah, he's on the hard. We just need to get past, so he send it here. Yeah, he doesn't keep his nose in, so just a clean move. As Oggiano and Liam make a little bit of contact, and Sven gets past both of them, it looks like. Liam still staying down the inside of Sven, but he manages to stay out. Liam does, as we're gonna try to go down the inside of Sven here. Can't make the move stick, so that's a big shame. But we're still in a good position. We would have been in much better position, of course, if we didn't have the 5 seconds. But yeah, there's nothing we can change about it. We just need to gain as many positions as possible and get as far ahead as possible. Sven makes a big mistake there. Not really looking like he has the pace of the two Alpine ET8 guys ahead of him. So yeah, this is very frustrating. Stuck behind Sven when we know we have the better pace. And also it's 5 seconds. Yeah, just really not ideal. As we move on to lap 21, Sven actually getting a penalty here, so that's gonna give us some chances to maybe eventually get out of his 2 seconds. So yeah, going for a bit of a send. He leaves the space, to be fair. Just trying to make him use his battery, which I think he is doing. Yeah, there you can see it's flashing. So yeah, we did put him under quite a bit of pressure, and he started using his battery. So he's used quite a lot. Yeah, now just hoping for something to happen at front, but yeah, the front two are obviously teammates, so the chance of them colliding is very slim. So now Sven still flashing, I think he was here. As Oggiano, who didn't have a penalty, is behind me, and he's gonna be pushing. As yeah, was not sure what to do. So actually decided to let him go here. So yeah, Sven is still flashing. Yeah, so it looks like Oggiano doesn't have any damage, so that's great after his contact with Liam, of course. That wasn't really ideal for his race. So yeah, we're now moving on to the final lap of this race. Oggiano flashing, we still have a lot of battery. So yeah, we're not sure what to do here. It does look like Oggiano won't be able to make any moves anymore. So yeah, I want to get past to gain as much ground as possible on the cars that were behind me. To maybe get one more position with the 5 seconds. So now Oceano actually lets us go here. We had a lot more battery. I'm happy he did that because now we're gonna have a chance to overtake Sven. Yeah, we just need to overtake him. We just want to get as far ahead of the train, ahead of the guys behind as possible. So yeah, now trying to go for a move on Schumacher. He is not flashing yet, so he did save a little bit of battery. But now for the final time, going through Maggots, Beckett, and Chapel, for the left. We line it up, the right-hander, and now we're gonna use all of our battery as he will start flashing now. Um, but yeah, we're just not gaining enough. We're just not close enough to send it really. Yeah, this is a big shame because yeah, we won't be able to get past him now. As he goes for a defensive line, which was a bit weird. I didn't really need to do that, especially with me having 5 seconds. I was never gonna risk it. But yeah, we're gonna cross the line in fourth position. But my 5 second time penalty will drop me down all the way down into P10. Oggiano P3. I think he got a post race penalty. I'm not sure, as this race has been quite some time ago. But yeah, from my side, really good race. Apart from one moment where I took the 5 seconds and in the pit lane, that's just screwed my race. So yeah, really disappointing result at the end, but promising pace. That's it. I want to thank you all for watching. It's been a bit of a long video, but yeah, I'm trying to make these videos as enjoyable and as have as many content as possible. So yeah, I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.